power of the PlayStation turned off. Turn off this TV and move my monitor and my keyboard, a couple other things over here. Got a new desk, and it's not as easy to move the monitor and shit across it as it used to be. Okay. Keyboard. And I guess I can start the secret. Okay. So, I had a month off of doing the show, and I wanted to... Oh, I forgot my drink. We waddle on over here, because my mouth is dry from all the talking. So, I've had a month off from the show. Initially, a lot of that month was supposed to be working on the network, but that's become more complicated. So instead of working on the network, I've been working on this other thing, which it's more tangible than the network, so I'm sure a lot more people would enjoy it. But Toe and friends played this game a while back, probably, yeah, about a month ago at this point. I put my headset on, I can put it on now. And I looked into this game, and you could like do cool things in it. So, add. Can I add a game? This is Tabletop Simulator, and I went ahead and made the start of a VGW board game because I'm crazy. It's loading in the background. So here we are. This is the VGW board game work in progress edition. Support up to 8 players. I'm missing a lot of cards. There's still a lot of cards that need to be made. But I made the board. I made most of the. These are like championships. I couldn't even. That's not right. Flip it. What alt is it? That's right. That's the hardcore championship. And we have the main championships too. There's the casual belt. Yeah, they're like Pogs. There's the Money in the Bank. Briefcase. There are cards. I don't have the full set of VGW and WVGW wrestlers. I have about 15 males and 18 females made. And here's Baza. Here's Baza Curse. This is his finisher. Who's next? Reno's next. So I have a couple of stuff made. There's Terra card. The reason why not all the cards are made is each card has a special ability written under it in white here. It's hard to point, but in white there's special abilities that work out to the game rules. But basically you can have 2 to 8 players, and the point of the game is to hold on to the championship the longest. I have it set up to 5 title defenses, which in this game is probably a little excessive. But there's a numerical value, but the real idea is, because we all know how board games work, where you get, at a certain point you want to stop playing the board game. So there's a rule in there that when everybody is bored with the champion, that person wins, just like in wrestling, just like in VGCW. So the goal is to be the boring championship, the boring champion that nobody likes, which is funny. So you go around the board. Just grab a piece here. Z-Pack is the healing space because your wrestlers can get injured. Roll for a burial, you like that. Just go from spot to spot. You collect wrestler cards. You build up a stable. As opposed to one card meaning something, a bunch of cards mean different things for your stable. So each person has like 5 wrestler cards they can deal with. I'm working on. I have a big page of rules that some of the NWTO guys have been going over, but I've been working out the rules and trying to make it less complicated while trying to have a bunch of cool little ways to mess people up during matches. But yeah, EDBW is mostly you build up your cards, your wrestlers. You can grab from women of EDBW and men of EDBW, VHW and WVHW wrestlers. Go around the board. You can get called up. If you win a championship and defend it, you get called up. Stuff like that. And then when you're on this side of the board, the pink side, is where you do most of your wrestling and your title transfers and stuff like that. So more action up here, more like gathering players down here. You can get called down, you can get called up, stuff like that. It's still very much a work in progress. Each time you win a match, you get one of these notoriety points, and they get added to your pile, and you can cash out certain amounts. Oop. My aim is a little off because I'm looking at 2 different screens here. There's a coin for... Sometimes you have to flip a coin for things. Like trying to make a pin. You flip a coin for making a pin. But honestly, what I have here is all I have to show. Except what's in this bag. This bag has weapons in it. So right now I have this is a guitar. There's a ring bell. There's a sledgehammer. There's a garbage can. Another bell. Steel chair, kendo stick, steel steps, a ladder. I have a bunch of things. Ooh. And you get weapons, and honestly, like I was planning to hopefully have me and NWTO actually play a little bit of this, but I don't have a bunch of cards made up here and here. There are like your in Monopoly, your community chest or your chance cards where you land on the space and you have to do an action. Those will be over here. And then there's cards you use during matches to screw somebody over. Those are called rigged cards because anything that happens in the match is rigged apparently. And the community chance ones are called plot cards. And then, since I didn't want to make a bunch of cards for different types of matches, I just have like the match type. So they'll say like extreme rules, and the match modifier where it's like 2 out of 3 falls or stuff like that. So you can combine them to the match type you play. And each different match type has like 2 or 3 falls is self-explanatory. You gotta pin 2 times to win and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just mostly been working out the rules, and the hardest part has been making all the cards and coming up with ideas for the cards. So maybe in a little bit I'll go on the forums and make a little open suggestion. Once I have the rules really locked down, I have a Google Doc of all the rules, and I could post it, and then y'all can come up with ideas for the wrestlers I don't have ideas for, or I want to try and keep this internal as much as I can while I work things out, because like I said, it's not finished at all yet. But yeah, I was working on this probably the day after Toad did that Pokemon stream with the ranch bottle, which I should have. Oh, I don't have the ranch bottle? Shit, I have a banana. I have a VHS copy of Space Jam. Here's a VHS copy of Space Jam. There's some dice shaking tools. There's a can of Pepsi that I just broke. I think I broke this. There we go. I don't have the ranch for some reason. I guess I didn't grab it because Toe had it. Yeah, I have a VHS copy of Space Jam. You know, if you want to use that as a playing piece. Have Pepsi. Is it broken? It's like broken. The Pepsi is broken. So that's cool. Can't even move it. It's a sign of a work in progress game. You can't even move the bottle of Pepsi. Uh oh, I knocked a thing off. So that's kind of all I really had to show from this. That's really it. Just this so far. Not, like I said, not playable in any state. But I guess I can show you all more of the cards. Ooh, lost one. Oh yeah, I couldn't think of anything for Arena on this board game, so I just made all the cards have the Arena banner on them, because fucking why not? So Arena is represented in some very... Oh, I guess I could flip the table. Ooh, there you go. The flipping the table is surprisingly a little glitchy in this game, so... But, Faith card. Ooh. Ivy card. Jesse card. Lightning. Peach. Renoa. Rydia. Grunty. Shantae. Sheik. Sindel. The boss. I don't know why I'm just listing names off. You can obviously tell the fucking wrestlers are. They each have their own little abilities that help them and stuff. I'm not going to read out all the abilities because they're going to probably be messed with and changed, and these cards are re-rendered and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm going to change the background. They added some backgrounds to this game. I want to play VGW Downtown. In Russia, whatever that language is. Apteka Kotog... I don't know. That sign says in the background. Play this in the downtown. It's a card of some sort on the ground. Gotta fucking play this in the... you ever wanted to play VCW in a cathedral with, like, people really upset over there in the background? Can't believe I'm playing this board game. There's only 2 people in this cathedral. Play it in a poker table. For some reason, if you want to, not be able to have full camera control properly, you can play it in a poker table. Play it on just a rectangle. The board grows and shrinks depending on stuff. The fucking Sims really made me tired. Surprisingly. William Regal. I don't know why we're playing on the table over there as opposed to this table just floating in the air, but whatever. Be that way. So yeah, that's it. I wish I was playable, but like I said, it's not, and the rules are still a work in progress, and blah de blah de blah. But that's kind of it. That's all I wanted to tell people is that I've been working on this dumb thing while I couldn't be doing network stuff. So don't be angry at me if the network isn't done because I think there's a way around some of the network stuff. Like originally for the network we were using the YouTube editor we have like most of what we could salvage of VGW saved, but of course they're in 30-minute chunks. So stuff like Rumbles, you have to edit together 2 or 3 videos, and so we were using the YouTube editor, and that was working just fine. But now for some reason, stuff that has third-party recognized music, not even like a copyright violation or a strike. It's just, oh, that music is third-party. You can't use it in the YouTube editor anymore. When everything was fine about 3-4 months ago when I was doing this before, which sucks. But I think there's a way around that for smaller matches where they take place solely in the part. I think I can trim the video's length without having to use the YouTube editor. So that might be a way to go about it, but it's still going to be a little bit tricky to try and put stuff up on the network. Which is fucking annoying, because goddamn, I just wanted to do that, but whatever, what can I do? But I made this dumb cool thing that ideally will be will be usable by players, by you guys, to actually play something VGW related like this. It's probably better than just watching some old match videos, which, I mean, WWE 13, there weren't even fucking 1 counts or 2 counts, and most of the stuff on YouTube uploaded by other people is still there. So once we started actively recording chat, those are still there. But a lot of the old stuff just is lost. So, I mean, what can you do? Nothing. But yawn. So yeah, that's all for me. I'll maybe open a thread about this later. I don't know. I am very tired because of The Sims. And I really wanted to try out some fucking black, but that didn't happen, so. What you gonna do? Thank you all for hanging out. Oh yeah, I should talk about the show. So, I wanted to start working on the show. The idea is I'm doing the show recorded just so I can do so I can rig every match and all of your favorites lose. No. So I can get some of the presentation across a little bit better, and my plan is if I want to do one whole show, have a show in the hopper before I start working on another show, and then once I'm ahead a little bit on shows, I can put a show out. And then if I miss a day, like I suddenly don't have Friday off, then I can give the video to like John or Belmont, and they can play my show for me when I'm not there, weirdly enough. But I want to try and deal with the main issue of my show, which is it's not frequent enough, and I'm going to try and do that in the best of my abilities. So there's going to be this gap for now, but hopefully I can have shows made up more frequently. Oh, and some of the NWTO guys have been messing with stats, and hopefully they came across a thread somewhere detailing how to make AI better for human players, so you can have better matches against AI. And they're going to use the detail that guy showed to hopefully make better AI versus AI matches. The primary reason is to try and diminish, like, why did this match suddenly take this sharp, weird turn, and also things like diminishing AI just standing still. You'll notice every once in a while they'll do an action and they just won't move for a little bit. So we're working on stats, and I have to restat every wrestler. And of course, some people are getting moveset updates, and behind the scenes stuff that whatever. This is taking a bit of time trying to wrangle a bunch of people and their cause into this thing, so it's taking a bit. I really want to start doing my show, and hopefully I'm going to get that underway. But we have VHW, and John's going to have a lot of EDBW talent to pull from, soon. I talked to him about other talent that not Star Road talent. Well, I mean, women couldn't have been in Star Road, but he has a lot of women hopeful talent coming up. So look forward to that. Um, yeah, this season's going to be pretty dumb, and dumb in a good way, and dumb in a bad way. Of course, always. It's my show you're talking about, so things are stupid. What are you guys talking about in chat? Hire Kanji. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. To have a funs and have a funs and then knock all this stuff off the table. Oh yeah, when you when a card is in another person's hand, like this is, um, they come up as vacant. So cards come up as vacant when they're in a person's hand. That's all. Goodbye.